Good morning, everybody. We meet again for our last training using Amos. Now, the first training we have learned how to create and find out the goodness of fit of the model of your research framework. The second part, we also have learned how to manage issues regarding goodness of fit. Now, we come to the third part, which is hypothesis testing. Now, to do that, we need to rearrange the position of your model because it should match your research framework. Now, since my research framework is going wider, I'm going to change the layout of my paper. Now, to do that, you can go to View, Interface Properties, click here. See the page layout, paper size. So I change it into landscape. I say apply. So now it's going wider. Next, I will change the position of my independent variables. Let me move those. Okay. Now my attitude, let me rotate the attitude up here. And then I move. Okay, then I have my intention. I rotate down, move it here. Yeah, looks good. Okay. Now once I rearrange the position into the my research framework, next what I have to do is I have to delete the covariance which uh, related the variables, the unobserved variables of my independent variables toward the dependent. The only one left covariant is this one. Yeah, so you have to make sure that the x variables are correlated or covariants. That is the rules in Amos. Now I want to relate my unobserved variables using this single headed arrow. So I drag the arrow here and here and then here and also here. Next, I just use my magic wand to make it nicer. There you go. Now I have the look of my research framework. Now, if we are relating the independent variables using the double-headed arrow or covariance term, that's it. You don't need to do anything else. But when we are trying to make a relationship, do they relate? The relationship, is it influencing or not? Then we need another error for the relationship. Now, to create the error of the relationship, you need this stem. Please refer to the guideline book that I gave. Click on the stem and then you click the stem here. It will automatically appear. Now, if you think the position is not good, click again, click again, click again. So you keep on clicking, then it can just go round and round and round and until you find the nice spot for it. So I guess my spot is here. Same thing to the intention because knowledge to intention, attitude to intention. So another one here. Remember, there is only one error. You cannot have more than one error. As usual, plug in and then name the unobserved variables. Now, since I've made some changes, having this single-headed error, and also the adding two more errors, then I click the save button. Then I go to analyze, I calculate. Okay, there. no problem. So click on the right arrow and there you go. You have, the numbers appeared already. So you go to the view text. Under the view text, I don't know why my view text keeps on minimizing this small. So I just drag it. Okay, just make it bigger. Okay. So here we do. First thing is you go and see the model fit. Now, if you check carefully, the model fit will a bit lower than expected. Yeah, a bit lower than expected. I mean, why lower? Uh, Lower compared to the goodness of it. Okay, we will see later on compared with our goodness of it. And then we click on the estimates. These are the estimation. Role of parents, attitude, and so on and so forth. But like in Smart PLS, we can also check the normality. Now, for the normality, we only see two things. This skewness, sorry, the skewness, and also the kurtosis. Now, for the skewness or the kurtosis, we can use the Harris book or Malhotra research paper. They say that as long as the skewness is less than 2, you don't have any normality problem. And the kurtosis, as long as it is less than 7, you have no uh, normality problem. So if you see here, the skewness is less than 2 and the kurtosis is less than 7. So means that it's very good. The other one also from the Mahalanobis. Yeah, there are a lot of things to be seen, but again, we just focus on one area here, the normality. Afterward, we check on the estimate. Now, for the estimate, we will check on this regression weight. Okay, just copy this area and copy, move it here. Okay, I don't need the label. So what I do is I just change it into decision. This one is reject, accept, reject, and reject. Now why reject? Because P has to be less than 0.05. Okay, just, well, you can rearrange later on this one. Make it 10, 8. Oh, 10 is okay. And then here the estimate. Okay. So the hypothesis testing, we take this. Then we also take another one called the uh, square multiple correlation. Now this part, because you have two dependent variables, so you're going to have, sorry, so you're going to have this one, 2r square, 2r square. The Now when you have one, this is what we call as the Haywood problems. Yeah, so uh, well, when you have Haywood problems, usually we delete the variable, but hopefully you don't have this problem. Yeah, hopefully you don't have this problem. Okay, now let's try to have the normality. So assessment of normality, we just copy off and put it here for the information, and we just take this one, yeah, and this one. skew and kurtosis. You make the requirement so that you can remember easily. Less than 2. Here is less than 7. Okay, now let's see the goodness of fit of the structure. But to make it easier to compare, I will put it back here. We have the first trial, second, the modification indices, square multiple, and then the covariance. Now let's have the third one, which is the hypothesis testing. The hypothesis testing for the CMIN. So here we just block and we color it to, but this is different. So let's say this one's down. Okay, green. I guess it's okay. So let's take it 12. So to change it a bit. Okay, now let's go to the model fit. Go to the CMIN. You copy. So this is 2286. Now this one getting lower. Yeah, this is as expected. So no worries. And then we go to the GFI. Also the GFI. GFI shows the same. AGFI, it's getting higher. Oh, that's great. Okay. Now let's see the IFI, TLI, CFI here. Where is it? This one. Okay, copy and let's put it there. The IFI, the same. TLI increase, CFI, the same. Okay, this is a bit bizarre because I've never found any of my cases like this. Usually for the structure model, uh, the value of the model fit is decreasing instead of increasing. Okay, this one, copy. Hmm, it shows the same. No, that's okay, amazing. So just take it green. This one. Some paper I see they also use the P close. Yeah, they use the P close. The P close here, uh, it should be greater than 0.05. So yeah, you just check later on with other research paper if they use, because I found the James Gaskin used the P close instead of the other things. Okay, so the goodness of fit model is okay, I guess, no problem here. And then this is the wait a minute. Oh, okay, sorry. So this is after modification. The page break. Yeah, okay. Okay, so this is the not here. Hypo. This is testing. We make the font size bigger. This green color. Okay. Okay, so assessment of normality, testing, and R-squared. Okay, now here is the thing. When you have any rejected hypothesis, it's okay. The problem appears when, because usually the examiners will ask you. Now, for me, if you have a rejected one, so what? That's your result. But again, some judges uh, think that you might have a wrong theory or wrong questionnaire or wrong respondents answering your questionnaire. So let's say, for example, this one. To have a safe spot in your research, especially when you are doing your defense. The role of parents, financial knowledge. Financial knowledge and intention can be rejected, no problem. But attitude to intention must be accepted because this is the main here. Role of parents and attitude must be accepted. So the only one can be rejected is this area. Yeah, the financial knowledge to intention. Okay, but in our case, I mean in my case, the only one being accepted is the financial knowledge, the rest being rejected. Okay, let's just try a bit. If I delete this, what will happen? I save and then analyze, calculate, I run. Okay, now let's see. The model fit shows, okay, no problem, I guess. Yep. Estimate, not estimate, but yeah, this one. Huh, even better. You see here, financial knowledge to attitude significant, attitude to intention significant. Role of parents to attitude not significant. So this one is not significant. Financial knowledge is significant. Attitude to intention is significant. If this is the case, then I rather keep this one instead of the financial knowledge towards intention. So I delete that relationship. I take this. So now I try to change my result. Again, the idea is to save the defense. So here, let me change a bit to here, I guess. Yeah. Oops, what happened? Okay, we just delete this. Cut. Okay. Okay. So now I just take this part, copy and paste. Yep. Um, okay. This one I delete. No need. So here is decision. Reject. Accept. Accept. So better. Yeah. So role of parents not accepted, but financial knowledge okay, attitude okay. So now let's check on the square multiple correlation. Well, attitude still the same problem, the Haywood problem. Nothing we can do with that. So, oh, why it's keep on doing like this? Okay, just delete it. Oh no, cut and oops, no problem. Okay, let's take this. Yep, copy and move. Yep, that one. Okay, so what does it mean? You just need to go to this area, click on the area, and just copy this result. It is estimated that the predictors of attitude explain this percent. In other words, the error variance of attitude is only 6.5% of itself. But again, as I said, this is the Haywood case, so we have to deal it carefully later on. So yeah, when you have a Haywood case, yeah, you can WhatsApp me and let's discuss how to solve the problem. Like this one, intention explained by 68.2%. Yeah. So what does it mean? So here, the intention with these three variables managed to explain 68% of the of intention of the students to use credit card. Okay, this is the intention to use credit card. The case is the intention to use credit card. So the role of parents, financial knowledge, attitude, these three variables contribute 68%. It means that there are still 32% out there that we haven't analyzed. For example, maybe the characteristic of a person, whether he likes to, the hedonism inside her or him, so that they want to use the credit card. So maybe that. characteristic variable can be put there, and other variables that you need to find from other paper to support your argument. Okay, so that's the information you are going to need. The R square, hypothesis testing, the normality from the hypothesis testing. Okay, so I guess that's all for today. Thank you very much for listening. Hope you can deal with it. By Thursday, you will, if you have questions, when we can discuss. Otherwise, you just show me your validity, reliability, discriminant validity, and you can start writing your paper to be submitted at the final test time. That's the max you have time, but if you can submit it earlier, it's okay for me. Okay, thank you.